Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? Deceptive Rain, and I'm back, apparently. It's been, how many days? It's been 118 days since I last uploaded it. Wow, it's been a while. And, I want to say, before we get into the video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be testing out a rain team that I've made. So I want to pull this bad boy up real quick. Yeah, so this is a rain team I've made, but what I do want to say is that, like, before you even get into the video, we're just gonna be playing some Serious 9. Before we even get into it, I've been gone just because I've been super busy as of late, and because of that reason, you know, I just haven't had the time to make many videos. I've had work, I've had school, I've been practicing for SAT exams, I've been hanging out with friends. Between all that time, I've had really not a lot of time to just sit down and record, so I decided, why don't I start that back up? Now, I will not guarantee that I will be uploading as consistent as I have before, because I still am going to be busier than I have really ever been. So, I'll post infrequently, is what I'm thinking. I don't think it'd be anything, honestly, crazy, but we're getting back into the rhythm. I just wanted to let you, like, give you a quick update on why I didn't upload, but hopefully I will be uploading more during the summer. The team we're going to be using today is sort of an innovation on the team that I used back last summer to win the Mount Silver charity tournament, which is already insane to think that it's been over a year, or it's been almost a year. Like, it's really hard to think about that, honestly. I'm gonna move my mic real quick. I'm kind of surprised, honestly. I didn't expect it to really time to fly so fast, but we're gonna get into some games here. We're gonna see if we can. I'm gonna mute tab so noise doesn't emit in the recording. But we're gonna get into some games. We're gonna see what we can get done here. So I'm currently, I think, 1400s. It'd be nice to win. So I haven't been on this channel in a while, and we face another rain team. That's pretty cool. I haven't been on this channel in a while, so I want to know how you guys are doing, and I don't know. What are your thoughts on VGC 9? What are your thoughts on Series 9? I actually think it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good. I really like it because I really like the Season 7 metagame, and because I like the Season 7 metagame and I want to play more of it, you know, here we go. But right here we do see the Rillaboom. But other than that, other than the Rillaboom, I'm not seeing too much. Nothing touches Rotom here. Nothing touches a Rotom lead. Nothing touches a Rotom lead. He does have the Eerie Impulse, though I have to be careful. Nothing touches a Rotom Rillaboom lead because he's not going to be I don't know how to explain it. He's not going to be Sash on Raichu. Metagross could be good, but I don't know. Rain in the back seems actually pretty good here, but we do have to be able to take some hits. I think Togekiss could be pretty good for that. Kind of want to make me lead a Rotom and Togekiss with Rillaboom in the back, just so I can switch in to get a priority Grassy Glide off. And honestly, Kingdra in the back looks pretty decent. That's just a mid-ground check overall. So we're going to go Rotom. He's going to lead Raichu Celesteela, which is exactly what I thought he was going to lead. So just straight off the bat, I'm just going to click Dynamax Max Flare, and I'm just going to switch into Rillaboom. This is kind of how we play the Celesteela matchup. I played on ladder quite a bit. I didn't get to a crazy place on ladder, but I was able to beat some very good players. He's going to Volt Switch the Rillaboom. Weird that he's not Dynamaxing, so I guess he has Mammo that he's Dynamaxing. He has his own Rotom Heat. But I'm just going to one-shot the Celesteela. And that's fine. It does mean that Rotom Heat is going to be annoying for our team to deal with, for sure. But, I mean, that's okay, because we know the Raichu's not Sash. He's probably, well, we know he's not Sash. So I can go for another Flare, and I can go for a Glide into the Raichu. If I choose so. He could be Eerie Impulse, but since he's not Sash, he might be AV. So I'm actually just going to max for the Raichu, and I'm going to go Togekiss here, I think. He's going to go Max Flare into the Rillaboom. If I go Kingdra, I'm going to go Kingdra here. I know it sounds weird, but that's what I'm going to do. He's Eerie Impulse, so that was the fucking worst case scenario possible. Yeah, that was the worst case scenario possible. So I think now we lose if I'm correct. Because I had to wait out Sun, and Rotom's just going to sweep through my team now. Because you can go Max Lightning, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to Max for the Raichu. And yeah, I think it's game. See, that's annoying because... Okay, he maxed out. That was actually a really good play, because that's doing so much. I get the max on Raichu. I don't know how I win this now. That's what I was saying. Like, if he's Air Impulse, which I didn't think he was, but the fact that he was honestly really sucks right now. But he can honestly protect Urshifu if he wants to. He can also go like close combat into my Rotom and like max lightning. But I need Kingdra, so I don't exactly know what I want to switch into. I feel like I'm gonna pull a double. I feel like I had to pull a double. This is really not good. Rotom's just really tough here. He's gonna CC into the Rillaboom. I do live. He's gonna flare. So I do die, but I at least can get off a glide. But he is probably going to be Sash. Although that's banded. That's banded Orilla. Okay, so that's banded Urshi. So he was Sash on Raichu. So this isn't actually the worst case scenario like I thought it was going to be. Because I can go Rotom here, and I can just click Protect, and I can click Glide. So we should be able to, number one, this is what it does. We should be able to stall out Sun. And we should be able to glide Urshi. Because he's banded. There is no way Urshi is not banded here. Yeah, okay, Urshi's banded. He targets the Rotom. Okay. So at this point, as long as we stall his Dynamax, which we have, Kingdra should win in the back. As long as we stall his Dynamax, Kingdra should win in the back. So I can just go, I wonder what my play is. Well, I don't switch here no matter what, because switching means death. Because if he goes for a Thunderbolt and outside, Kingdra just takes too much damage. And I know I might be able to take a +2 Thunderbolt, so I want to keep that in mind. I think my best play is to just go for... Hydro Pump's always going to pick up the one-hit KO, so I'm just going to Nasty Plot here, and I'm just going to go for a Glide. He's just going to Volt Switch. I am going to live. So this is good because that means... Like, you have to target Rotom. Yeah, that's fine. So, I glide here. He is that berry. I can just protect here and I can glide again. The reason why I'm protecting and gliding is because he's gonna Thunderbolt. Yeah, he's gonna... Oh, he has Volt Switch on this. Very fascinating. You normally don't see Volt Switch. But now I know Draco is gonna pick up the KO. So, I can just go for that. And that's gonna be GG. And we see that did 66. We hit the Draco and that's gonna be GG to my opponent. That was a really scary game. And my opponent was, well, like 1400s. That was a really scary game. I'm not gonna lie. The reason why that was scary is because Rotom seems like it actually would not fare well. But I understand why my opponent did that. My opponent did that saying, alright, I don't want to bring Rilla into the matchup because I see you have the Togekiss, I see you have the Rotom, and that's a bait. Rain almost acts as a bait most of the time, and you can just bring Kingdra alone in the back and Kingdra still be good, because Kingdra helps pick up late game. It's like a late game pickup, and it also, if I need to, I can switch into a Max Flare or something like that. But it's like you click Protect, you wait out stuff, and it's a late game pickup. However, I honestly don't know. I feel like I'm peeking with my mic. No, I'm good. Okay. However, I don't know. So, what? Okay, I'm gonna analyze this. I'm gonna analyze this match. We're gonna go instant replay. We're gonna see. So I led Rotom Togekiss. Now, excuse me. From my testing of this team, which I've been testing this team for. Okay, what's today? Today is the 20th. I've been testing this team for about a week now. And I've actually done really well with it, guys. I beat on ladder. I beat the 9th best player on Battle Spot with this team. 9th best player from Japan. So, number 1, they're from Japan, so you know they're good. And number 2, they're number 9 in the world, so you know they're good. And I beat them with this team. So this team is good. This team has the ways. But I think one of the best combinations for this team to go is if you want to lead Rotom. Alright, here are some of the best leads. Rotom Rilla or Rotom Togekiss. Why? Because your opponent's going to expect Rain. Because when you see that Kingdra Politoed, you know, alright, well, I need to bring for Rain. I need to bring stuff for Rain. And so normally, like, opponents would lead, like, Rillaboom or something, and I just lead Rotom Togekiss. I'm like, what are you gonna do? You can't do anything! Rilla doesn't do anything to this board! I'm like, you're useless. You're useless. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, boy. You're useless. You're big useless. That's why, like, Rain acts as a bait, but also Rain is good. There are many times that I've just dominated by leading Kingdra Politoed. However, most of the time I don't lead Kingdra Politoed, or I lead like a Togekiss Kingdra, and then I have like a switch in, or I lead another common lead that I like to lead is if my opponent doesn't have a great matchup versus Rain. I like to lead Rillaboom Kingdra. If my opponent doesn't have a great matchup versus Rain, but has ways to deal with Kingdra Politoed T1, then I lead Kingdra Rillo, so I make my opponent kind of make the call, like, do I just switch in, or do I just stay and go for Banded Glides? Because Banded Glides hurt like a mother trucker. Or, like, do I stay in and go for a Wood Hammer? And stuff like that. Also, another cool thing with this team is that I have the chance to KO, I don't know, like, what the calc is on, like, what set of P2, but I have the chance to OHKO a P2 with a combination of Rotom Max Flare and Wood Hammer T1. And oftentimes, Sun will just lead, like, P2 Venu into my team or something like that, just because that's an extremely safe lead. Because if you look at my team, that really doesn't have much to do with it, because my team wants to go Rain. I can't really bring Togekiss because they have Glastrier Air, or really some teams have Glastrier Air, or a lot of some teams have Glastrier Air, right? So I can't really lead Togekiss, and even if I lead Togekiss, it's just probably just gonna be that Ice Beam, Max Oozed, stuff like that. And I mean, Dynamax Togekiss is a decent option if they don't have like something like P2 or Glastrier. And Dynamax Togekiss, it also helps versus Dragon Ball matchups. So Dragon Ball matchups for this team are extremely difficult, because if you look at it, literally the only way outside of Togekiss to beat Dragon Ball is Kingdra, and Dragon Ball is most commonly paired with Togekiss. So if they just lead Togekiss, Dragon Ball T1, and they decide to just Dynamax or Dragon Ball and go for the Max Whirlwind, I'm going to be taking so much damage. I mean, they can follow me. They can max Air Stream if they really want. They can do so much, and it's such a heavy loss for me to try to just recover from that spot. So that's like some of the stuff with this team. And also another lead is leading like Metagross Rillaboom, Metagross Rotom. Metagross Rotom is a really cool lead because it makes your opponents predict like, okay, which one of the maxes. And it gives you sort of flexibility, because like on their own, like, you obviously want to max either one, but having the flexibility of either Dynamaxing both just upon turn 1 if you really want to, it's also very nice. There's a lot of ways you can do this team. Although I rarely ever lead Politoed. I feel like Politoed is a Pokemon that you should really only lead defensively sometimes if you don't exactly want anything to take massive damage, or if you just want to... or if your opponent has not like too many good solid checks to just Rain. Also, I'm looking off on the side a lot just because I see it, like I have my face cam on the side, so that's why I'm looking at it. I'll try to talk up here a little bit more. But yeah, we're gonna go for our next game. Let's go. I'm pretty happy with that first game. Honestly, that was really close. That was a really good game, really good showcase. We are facing another Raichu Steel, so what are we leading into this? We let Togekiss, Rotom. Okay. I don't hate that. The only way I hate that is if they sell Volt Switch turn 1. Yeah, the only way that goes wrong is that they sell Volt Switch turn 1 and I don't follow me, and I just Hard Switch to Rilla and they Steel Spike. But I feel like Togekiss is a play because it helps me versus something like Urshifu. It could be a potential lead. I'm gonna go Rotom Togekiss. Is that Raichu Sash or is that AV? That's the question. Because if Raichu is AV, then I really want to go Politoed Kingdra. But if Raichu is not, I don't know about this. I definitely need Rilla in the bag. It's just like, what's my last mod? So Kingdra's good versus... Kingdra's decent versus a late game, pretty much everything except Feeny. So I feel like Kingdra is the play here. Politoed basically just renders my Rotom useless. It does little against any of the mons that's slower. I feel like Kindred is the play. I'm gonna go the same way. I'm gonna see if it works out the same. I'm gonna see if it works out the same way. He's gonna go Celestial Raichu. Okay. They could Rockfall turn 1. Because they really want to self-Volt Switch. They could Fake Out. They don't need to Fake Out, though. I'm going to Flare. And the question is, do they go Air Impulse? I think I'm going to Follow Me. I feel like the Protect is so obvious they should not Fake Out here. I feel like the Protect is so obvious they should not Fake Out. They could Air Impulse as well, and Air Impulse would just absolutely decimate me. I want to see how they play this. Yeah, okay, so they do Air Impulse, which is really good for us. Because I figured, like, yeah, you can go for Fake Out, but it is Policy Stealer. Okay. This is not bad at all, because what I can do is I can Flare the Raichu and I can just Glide. Because I am banded that will Oko. So I think this is my guaranteed play of just gliding the Raichu and flaring. I don't think I have another play, and I hope, and now I just have to hope and pray to God that I get the roll that I want. Because if I don't get the roll that I want, we're in a really bad spot. Yeah, this is looking a little bit interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Celesteela, you are starting to see it pop up a bit more in usage, just because Celesteela is incredibly bulky. But I feel like Rotom is one of the ways to beat it, especially a Rotom Togekiss lead, and that turn actually couldn't have worked out better for us. I think we're in a really commanding spot. He's going to return Incineroar. The Feeney's going to come in here. I think that was a absolutely fantastic play. He's going to go for the Aerial Pulse. Honestly, think that was a fantastic play from my opponent. But we are going to actually not get rid of the Raichu here, which is a pretty big deal. But because he's switching to the Feeney, I don't think he has a lot of switch-ins for this. And he can't Nuzzle me either. I can go for the Max Flare. I think his last Pokemon is going to be the Urshifu, so I don't think he has to switch into this. And I can just take that turn to Grassy Glide the Feeney. Because he doesn't exert any offensive pressure. Like, yes, you can Aerial Impulse me, but that doesn't matter to me at all. He's going to switch into Celesteela. He's going to Aerial Impulse, which is fine. I just get a Max Flare off, and I get a free Glide off, which is going to do a good bit of damage. 14% is solid. He's probably going to go Urshifu here, which is honestly a bit annoying, so I'm just going to click Overheat. He's going to Wiggle Blow plus Air Slash. I'm going to click Overheat into the Sealer, and I'm going to go Kingdra. Yeah. Oh, he's banded. Okay. So, he's banded. Alright, okay, so I lost this for sure. I want to see what I could have done better. Because I think... What turn was it on? Turn 3, I definitely could have played a little bit better. Because I gave them the free switch into P2. I don't know exactly what I could have done there. Alright, so I'm starting to see the pattern. Urshifu is banded on these type of teams. Okay. That's always good to know. It's always good to look at my opponent's teams and think... Yeah, because AV doesn't make sense because you have AV on Lando. Okay. It's just confirming. And I want to see... Kingdra can't pick up the KO, but if I can double... Banded might not pick up the KO here. So I could actually potentially double into the Celesteela to pick up the KO. Come on, Rella, be faster. Wait, did we just win? No. We didn't win. Okay. Because Feeney has to protect here. He's just gonna go for the Wicked Blow. Into the... Well, wait. He's banded. Unless Wicked Blow one-shots Kingdra, which it probably does since it is banded. But Feeney has to go for the protect here. So, our chance to victory is that he does not... I know, we Oko Feeney anyways. This is annoying. Alright, so I have to land Hurricane here, I think. No, I don't. I just go for Pump. I glide and then because like we can't. He's gonna Wicked Blow. I feel like I have to double Urshi. Yeah. Okay. This is GG anyways. He goes for the Moonblast. It does a lot. Unless it's one shots. Yeah, crit doesn't even KO, and that's gonna be GG to my opponent. Bandit Urshi is just really tough in the late game. But it's interesting because when I look at it, I don't think I would have brought any other Pokemon. I just think I would have played it a little bit differently. So it's actually really cool to see. Yeah, alright, so really like the Banded Urshi. Cool team. I'm just recording a specific spot on my screen so you can't actually see the conversation for the most part. My opponent said, we just said GG. My opponent said Banded. I'm like, yeah, really like the Banded Urshi. Cool team, which it honestly is. But now we know. So we faced the Porygon guy. So they were running similar-ish teams. I'm fine with going 1-1. We're definitely going to get in one more game here. Because I don't want it to be over like 30, 35-ish minutes. I think it'll be around there anyways. And actually, I don't know. He was what, Water Urshi? Both times they were banded. I want to see what I could have done against that lead. I'm not going to lie. I want to see what I could have done. So I led Rotom because the first two turns were perfectly executed. Perfectly executed. But then it went downhill turn 3. I think it went downhill turn 3 when I gave my opponent the switch into the Urshifu. Because I went for Max Flare, I did half to Celsius, which is perfect. He went for the Max Rockfall. Perfect. Because what would have happened is I would have lost had I just went for the Max Flare into Celsius and just went for the Fall Me. Like, without a doubt, 100%. So I go Rillaboom here. I switch into Feeny. But, like, I don't think I could have called that, honestly, because Celesteela just exerts so much pressure, but I feel like you need it. Yeah. That was a really good call. It makes more sense now. But just, like, I have to play this so systematically just because this matchup is bad. But it was this turn. It was turn 3. He switches into Celesteela with the Feeny. Celesteela wasn't the problem in the game. It was Urshi. Urshi's a problem for this team. If Togekiss gets knocked out, and if Kanger's not on the board, Urshi is a problem for this team. Especially Banded Urshi. Banded Urshi just rips through this team. We're going to get one more in, though. I want to see if I can find another one of these Celesteela Raichu teams. I think it's actually very cool to see, but we are going to be facing some Sun, some beat-up stuff. Looks like it's just going to be probably a Sash Venusaur. Definitely. Huh, this is weird. Life Orb? No. I like that. Okay. If anything, that is Banded Urshi if I have ever seen one. So I do have to be very careful how I play this. This is going to be weird. I don't know how I want to approach this. So I could go... I feel like Togekiss is just so goated here. Ah, it sounds so weird. It sounds so weird. Actually, Togekiss Rillaboom. It deals with beat up because I can max Airstream Glide. Because he's not going to beat up in front of a Kiss. Because this guy is 1704. It matches well against the Urshi. Matches up decent versus P2, but if we Dynamax, we're fine. And then Venu shouldn't be able to one-shot Rilla, so I can get a one-hammer off plus an Airstream, but if we don't crit Airstream, we're not going to KO, unfortunately. What do I need in the back? Definitely not Metagross. Metagross is literally only good for P2 and Venu, which we have answers to. Rotom looks good. Kingdra. Kendra, because it can take a wicked blow, I think. No, you know, I'm gonna go Politoed. I think I am, yeah. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Go like have fun. We're gonna see what my opponent brings here. This is gonna be alright. So we let P2 Venu, which is pretty much ideal. 154 Serene Grace. This isn't going to be picking up a KO, I don't think, especially if they're bulky bold P2, which looking at their team they probably are, but they don't have a switch in this because I'm imagining they brought Torkoal and they brought Urshi, so they don't have a switch in. They could max guard. I don't think they run protect though, so I don't want to Dynamax and just... I don't think they're going to Sleep Powder, though. Okay, do I want to Dynamax this, though? Probably not, if we're going to be completely honest. But I feel like I need to get rid of the Venu right now. Well, they're maxing this, I think. I'm gonna Woodhammer the... Do I Woodhammer? I'm gonna U-turn the P2. Okay, so we get rid of that turn 1. We get Chip on the P2. And he shouldn't have anything in the bag that deals with this. So I get to go free into Rotom. He's gonna try attack here. That's fine, because I can just start plotting. He's gonna go Polt, which is okay. I don't care about Polt exactly. He could Phantom Force here. He could. He could double my Rotom here, I think, because he has Polt. Phantom Force seems like a really weird play to me. I'm gonna Starfall, and I am going to Protect. Yeah, so he's doubling the Rotom slot. Unless he's Weakness Policy Polt. He's Area Impulse P2. That shouldn't matter all that much because I should be able to still pick up the KO. Politoed is the least essential Pokemon right now on the field. Or right now at my disposal. So I might as well. He's gonna max guard here though, that's the issue. He is Life Orb. If he's Life Orb, he's probably not max guard. Unless he's not Airstream. But I feel like on that team you have to be. Alright, I'm gonna go balls to the wall and I'm gonna max Starfall again. And I'm going to go Politoed. Okay. Does a lot, but we get our Citrus Spark at least. Okay. Alright, so we should be able to beat this board now. He gets to try attack and he gets the paralysis. Which honestly matters a lot. But he does have Urshi in the back, so he brought a lot of Pokemon I did not expect him to bring. But I mean, this does look favorable. I can go for the D-Gleam, and I don't have a switch in. I don't have a switch in to this at all, so I might as well just go for Scald on the Urshi. He's gonna Wicked Blow, which is fine. He's gonna try attack. That won't do too much because Toki gets busted. I get the D-Gleam off. It's gonna do a lot to Urshifu. Because he's Air Impulse, I can just go Rillaboom and I have to go Rillaboom now. I have to go Rillaboom. If I go Rillaboom, I can I can just go for a Follow Me again if I want. But he's not going to... I'll Follow Me and I'll Glide the Urshifu. He's going to Protect. I figured he would, but... at this point, I can let Urshifu do its job, and I can get Urshifu off the board. At this point, I should just be able to go for an air slash into the Porygon 2 and just go for a glide. He's gonna glide, gonna pick up the knockout here, which is nice. He's gonna try attack into the Togekiss. I'm just gonna go for an air slash, get some damage off. And now I can just go for a follow me and start attacking this P2, right? Woodhammer knockoff. Is it better to be locked into Woodhammer? 91-6. I should win with Rotom though. That's the thing. I need to follow me and I need to glide. Okay, did a lot. He's just gonna try attack, so that should be game. Since I can just go for a Thunderbolt and a glide to pick up the knockout there. Alright! We just defeated a 1700s player. It's been a while, it's been a while. Boys! 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 1700s freaking out here. Let's go, boys. Polito put in the work. You cannot lie. No. Polito did freaking butt cheeks that match. But let me tell you, what would have been better there? Because think about it. He could have easily brought Cole. He could have easily brought. Okay, he could have brought Cole. Politoed was there to keep Sun in check if it did. But the fact he brought these, like, I think he played it well because he knew I could have easily just led. I could let a lot of things. Like, this team shows a lot of things. I can just go for, this team right here does a lot of different things. Because what I can do is I can just click follow me. I can click follow me. I can click follow me to Togekiss and just nasty ball with Rotom. I can lead like Rillaboom, Rotom. I can lead Metagross, some other stuff. I can just lead Kingdra Politoed or Kingdra Rillaboom. There's like so many lead combinations that you have to kind of keep in check, especially with this a team like this. A team like this says a lot of different things. Okay, I can lead Cole Venu. I can lead Venu P2. Venu P2 is like Venu P2 is historically one of the best leads out there. Now, if he literally just sleep powdered my Togekiss turn 1, I would have lost. However, I feel like sleep powdering T1 into Kiss sounds unlikely, considering I led Kiss. What did I lead? I led Kiss Rilla. So I feel like you're thinking, alright, well, he's either Dynamaxing the Kingdra or he's either Dynamaxing the Rotom in the back. But I was just like, I want to get this Venu out of the way, and honestly, most Venus don't want to protect. And even if you're maxing Venu, you're maxing Venu here. It's gonna hurt. And if he doubles up, if he doubled up into my Rillaboom, imagine if he went for the max ooze and the try attack into the Rillaboom, there would be no drawbacks from that. That's another thing my opponent could have done differently. But I mean, we'll take the win. That was a very close game. I'm surprised I won that. I scrolled over his rating, 1704. Granted, I've never heard of the guy before, but we won! We won, so... going 2-1 today, honestly pretty good. Facing some matchups. And he's 1647. This is probably just an alter count for someone. I'm sure they didn't just start, because that was... They played really, really well. They played super well here. I mean, I knew what they were going to do. They obviously were going to target the Rotom. I just got a lot of damage off of the Dragapult, and they went for the Area Impulse. The Area Impulse there did not matter at that point. I knew they weren't really going to go for the Max Guard there, so it's just like, I might as well switch to the Politoed. Politoed's my sack. I'll take it. If it wasn't for the defense drop, Politoed might have been able to live the Wicked Blow, but I doubt so. They did get the Paralysis, which honestly at that point was... It could have sucked, but I mean it was a little bit bad, but it wasn't the end of the world just because I had such a good lead that I don't think it mattered towards the end. And we do quite a bit to the Urshifu as well, so we put it within range. I could have predicted the Degrassi, I could have predicted Protect, and I knew he was gonna Protect anyways, but I'm like, I just have such a good position here. I'd rather just not give it up at this point, in this current point in time, you know. Because like what if think about it this way. What if he went for the Wicked Blow and the Tri Attack into my Rillaboom? That might have been able to pick up the KO, and then my Togekiss was paralyzed and I couldn't have gone for the Fall Me. Then we didn't be in a completely different story. But the fact that Grassy Glide did that much showed that I think a Grassy Glide plus a Thunderbolt should be enough to pick up the KO, and as it was, that's going to be GG to my opponent. I mean, that's going to be GG's. I mean, those were some three really good games there. Hey, if you guys enjoyed, smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been absolutely incredible. I actually had some fun with this. Had some really good matches as well. Now we're back up to the 1500s, which I'm glad about. But anyways, guys, I'm Everglade Glade. Oh no, we're not gonna end it. We're not gonna end it yet. We're not gonna end it yet. I do plan on uploading more over the summer, so get ready for that. It's probably just VGC again, because I always upload VGC. No surprises there. I always upload VGC. But if you guys want some more VGC content, definitely check me out. I will be uploading a little bit again. It feels good. It feels good to get back to uploading. It feels good to sit with my mic, with my camera, just talking. So it feels good. And if you want to come along for that, then join, subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed. Because honestly, we had some really good matches today. I thought I played superb. Even the game we lost, I thought I played really well. At least the first couple of turns. I think that was just a really tough matchup with Bandit Urshi, especially Bandit Urshi. That with the Feeny, I feel like Bandit Urshi with the Feeny to change the terrain was a bit difficult to control because it really wanted his terrain up. However, that's whatever. That was a good loss, and I'll definitely look at that loss to improve. But anyways, guys, I'm Everglade Glade, and hopefully you take care. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.